All right, we're live with Frank Cho, Jeff Johnson, and Joe Quesada, who's stepping in for Dave Johnson, who can't figure out how to use an iPad or his phone, sadly.
So this is the 10th episode, right?
This is the 10th episode, so we're still working out the bugs, and I got a feeling we'll be doing that for probably up to, like episode 100.
Yeah.
I
think the show has Girardi up, basically.
Now let's take a look at some of these. Let's take a look at some of these studios. My studio is an absolute mess. Jeff's studio is, I think, his laundry room.
No, it's the corner of my living room.
Oh,
the best light.
Okay, Frank, your studio. Let's take a look at it. If you say something, it'll.
Yeah, my studio is pretty messy too.
Actually. Do you guys hear him?
I can hear him.
Yeah, we can hear him. Joe, can you not hear him?
I can't.
You can't hear me?
No, you might have to log on and off.
Yeah.
We'll see Joe in a second. Let's concentrate a little bit on Frank Cho. Frank, are you going to be drinking tonight and drawing, or just drawing?
Yes, I will be drinking tonight. I have my tequila.
Oh, nice.
And my Capri Sun. So
it's very healthy.
I'm best of both worlds.
All right, I'm doing a little bit of Tito's. Yeah. Jeff, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a cherry lambic beer, and it's got cherries in it because I have gout, and that's good for me.
Oh, you have gout?
Yeah, I did. It's all going.
What are you, royalty?
Yeah, no, I eat and drink like a king, apparently.
Jeff takes good care of himself. Unfortunately, his feet could use some work. Everybody has foot injuries. That's why we don't have Ben at the moment. He might step in later. Ben is usually like our moderator. And Ben his son's foot is injured and he's in the hospital.
Yeah. So who's going to be moderating? Who's going to be fielding the questions?
Jeff is.
Yeah. Which means I'm just going to ask you things I want to know.
Yeah, okay. Jeff is pretty greedy on these things. I don't know if you probably never watched the show before because you're super busy all the time. But
yeah. But lucky for everybody else, I'm actually a huge Frank Cho fan. So
you got no taste. You got absolutely no taste.
Frank, did you like?
We know that's true.
Frank, did you like the promo I did? Like the what do they call that? Oh, there's Joe again.
Hey, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Nope.
I hear you fine.
Hey, Frank.
And everybody can hear everybody.
Good.
Yay.
Did Frank see the promo?
I don't know if Frank, you did see my little thing where you're going to draw naked men for us, right?
Yes, exactly. I actually got a lot of proposals from men to pose naked.
Yeah, a lot of people sending you photographs going, use this as reference. How about this?
Right, exactly.
So you're thrilled.
Good times.
Yeah, that's right.
Frank, where was that photo that Dan had of you taken?
That was from Singapore.
Singapore.
Yeah, I think it was last year.
You know what I love about that photo? You know
what?
Your nipples were rock hard.
Oh, yeah. It was kind of chilly on that rooftop,
It's the first thing I looked at.
Your eyes zoomed in on there.
I got to see what Frank's nipples look like.
Yeah, I've always wondered. It's so weird. And now, so I appreciated that photo quite a bit.
Now you guys know. It could cut diamond.
Yeah. So, yeah, Frank said he'd draw, I guess, your version of what Brad Pitt looks like naked, or what were you were talking about? It was something along those lines, right?
No, it was Lee Marvin naked.
That's great. Old Lee Marvin, preferably.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Everybody wants to see that.
Did we lose Jeff?
No, I'm still here.
Jeff's. Oh, whoa!
What the hell happened?
Whoa, he's a thug. Wait a minute. This is a drink and draw, not a mugging. What's going on here?
Are you robbing someone? Yeah. What are you drawing?
Is that the Edge? Is that the Edge from U2? Holy mackerel!
Frank, Joe, did you guys hear about? There's been another tiger attack on another illusionist, and I don't know how severe it is. The guy's still alive, thank goodness, because we need.
Was it Carrot Top?
It wasn't Carrot Top. He survives. He lives. Carrot Top would out wrestle him, and the tiger would maybe think he's a tiger because of the redness in the hair.
That's true. He's also juicing. That guy's cut.
So are these in Vegas? These tigers in Vegas, or?
I think it's in Vegas. I mean, that's where most tigers live.
Wow. You know what it is, and I think people need to come to the conclusion, Dan. Tigers hate magic. They just hate it. It's that
They
simple.
like people.
They love people, but magic sucks, man.
It's Las Vegas.
They're trying to tell us in every way possible. I hate magic.
Yeah, it says multiple wounds and 2 broken bones.
Oh.
It will.
Ooh.
All right. Whoa! I had to turn that off. Okay. But yeah, so the poor guy.
Wow.
Don't incorporate tigers and magic.
Yeah.
Is the takeaway here.
So, and what illusion was he doing at the time the tiger attacked? Like, would the tiger just get tired of that particular trick?
I think it involved like Frosted Flakes, and it was like, no, thank
Was
you.
he like imitating like a piece of meat or something?
I think the tiger was trying to make him disappear.
Exactly. It almost worked.
It's tigers to
So-
start the show.
Before I start, I like to do warm-up sketches, and I'm not sure if you
Oh.
guys do that.
Nope. I just go right in.
Yeah, so I basically like to, just draw just random stuff,
I would say. That looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks random so far.
Yeah, so
It doesn't look like a tiger. We're discussing tigers at the moment.
yeah, so can you see that?
Yeah, pretty good. You have a great
Unfortunately-
connection. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
high def. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm drawing a dog.
It doesn't look.
There you go. That's a dog.
Oh,
That's
You guys see that now?
now I do. Before
Yeah.
I thought it was something else.
Well,
My
you
eyes
know
are
what?
It's
getting.
like Snoopy.
What do you think it was?
Oh,
Bunch of perverts.
I knew it was a
There you
dog.
go. There you go.
Oh, now
a
it's saying-
dog.
okay.
There you go. A
thank
dog.
God for that. It's a little happy puppy.
That's
Jesus
kind of an illusion.
Christ.
That he's a bit of an illusionist.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was pretty nice, Frank. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm trying to class this joint up.
Dave's usually drawing
Good luck
like
with that.
Frank, you got a lot of work to do if that's what you're
Yeah,
going.
it's not gonna
Jesus.
Dave drew a picture a couple weeks ago of a naked woman, bare-breasted.
Yeah.
Not the entirety of her, but she wasn't wearing a top.
Right.
But sometimes I'll do a drawing and I'll send it your way, and you usually have some helpful tips if I'm drawing a lady. Typically, you don't like my drawings, I've noticed.
Because your ladies tend to look like dudes.
Yeah, well, there's that. I mean, I have that
Angela
problem.
had that problem.
Yeah. I mean,
That's the whole problem. Yeah.
yeah. Today I'm going to draw. It's a woman, and perhaps you've heard of Game of Thrones. Do any of you guys watch that show? It's kind of
No,
popular.
never heard of it. Never heard of
Oh, it's on HBO. And I'm going to do a drawing of Daenerys. She's a character.
it. Is that the midget?
No, that's a young lady who gets along with dragons very well.
Oh, kinky.
No, it's nothing like that. She's like the mother of dragons,
Oh,
and she controls them. But
those,
not,
breastfeeding must have been tough.
no, of course. No, you're kidding there, but there's no. Anyhow, she's kind of a little bit of a girl, Frank, and I know that you like a woman, like a grown-up lady.
Yes. Unlike you
yeah.
pedophiles.
That's definitely the legal thing to say. Yes.
Yes.
Well, you guys don't like women?
No, I mean, I'm married. I have a wife and a child. I love them both dearly.
It's a beard, right?
Well,
And by the
I
way,
mean,
thankfully, Dan's wife looks nothing like his drawings of women.
no, she actually doesn't. She's kind of the opposite of my drawings,
Yes.
Yeah, you're
which she
Drawing of
points out
women.
often.
your drawing of women look like Lee Marvin's, right?
They're typically Leah Marvin with long hair, like long blonde hair.
Right.
Yellow hats.
Yeah, that was a disaster. Last week I used, you like your little paintings, Frank?
Yeah.
I used some acrylic and it was all yellow, and I ruined a perfectly, well, I don't know if it was a good drawing, but it was destroyed by the yellow.
It was not a good drawing. Yeah.
Nobody liked it. So I ripped it up and everyone was like, oh my God, I loved it. But it wasn't that good.
That was good. I saw it. It
Oh,
wasn't
you did?
bad. Yeah, yeah.
That was an old girlfriend of mine with a yellow hat
Oh, okay. Was it
that looked a lot like Lee Marvin. Nothing wrong with that either. All right, unlike you guys, I'm gonna sharpen my pencil, but I'm gonna put my mic on mute so nobody has to hear it.
Oh, great. So now we have to hear Jeff.
Oh, don't do that.
Jesus Christ. What are you drawing, Jeff?
So I figured you would probably take care of dinosaurs and babes and all things cool in that genre. So I decided to draw a giant robot guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to compete.
Why
What do
not
you-
pedal wolf?
Yeah, that whole was fun. Hey, so where is Dave? Is he
Dave, I think, is in DC.
okay?
Or so I honestly don't know. He didn't text back when I said, "Why don't you just use your cellular phone device instead of the iPad?"
Well, what's he doing in DC?
I don't know. I really
Is there
don't.
another
No?
big sexual harassment suit happening in DC?
Yeah, he's involved in some kind of federal case this time.
Okay, good.
He's going big.
Yeah, maybe he's at a convention.
Oh,
Dave-
that's right.
Dave's very important.
He's
To who?
going to a lot of shows.
A lot of people like Dave Johnson these days.
Frank, you travel to a lot of shows too, right? Aren't you all over the world?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah.
Isn't there one what was the one is it Lake Como? Is that the
Oh, that's right. So in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I will be in Lake Como for the Lake Como Comic Art Fest.
that looked like a sweet show.
Yeah,
He hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
You went
this is,
last year, right?
yeah. So this is the second year. It's a great show. Some of the top talents will be there.
It's funny I wasn't invited.
I was gonna say, is that why?
Yeah. Like I said, some of the top talents.
Yeah.
Oh,
You weren't listening, Dan.
I didn't hear the first part, and I kind of got hurt. My feelings hurt.
Is that show? How is that show different than say a San Diego or a New York show?
Well, this show basically focus on the comic creators and the art. So
That's why they didn't invite me.
yeah,
Interesting.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's actually a very small show. I mean, small being it's more intimate show. Only 1,000 tickets are available.
Oh wow!
So everyone who goes there will get to hang out with the creators and actually pretty much all of them sketch, do commissions and stuff like that. So I will be actually doing commissions at Lake Como Comic Fest since it's such a very small, intimate show. So
I like the intimate part.
yeah, exactly. I usually don't wear pants, so
It's getting better and better.
Yeah.
Get the line.
Here comes
That's why it's such a popular show.
Yeah.
it is. So yeah,
Frank, how many sketches do you do approximately at like a weekend show? How many can you get through?
it depends on if it's ink or pencil. I mean, I could do a full figure pencil in half an hour, 45 minutes.
Right.
Incredible.
And but if it's ink, I could probably do 1 hour if I wanted to.
Nice.
So that's the big keyword. If I wanted to.
God, you're so greedy with your time.
So you could service a lot of people if you had to.
Exactly. You know, I am Asian. I'm very.
That's interesting. God, do you remember? Let's go back to Game of Thrones for a second. Do you guys remember when those dragons were just babies?
What the hell is that?
What's wrong with that?
No. What the
Wait,
hell
is that Dave?
Was that Dave?
I'm here. I finally
Dave, you made it.
figured out.
Oh,
Figured
geez.
it out.
I thought some homeless guy got their access code.
Crazy.
Dave, we were just talking about there's another tiger attack on an illusionist, and then Joe had figured out basically he broke the Da Vinci Code of tigers in that they hate magic.
Well, they deserve it. So,
That's all you have to say about that?
actually, are you guys getting a feedback or anything?
Well, yeah, we get a lot of feedback from viewers, and they
No,
seem to
no,
like
no,
the
no,
show
no.
so far. What do
No,
you?
I'm just saying, should I put my headphones on?
I don't know. Maybe put your headphones on. That could be a lot of fun.
Jesus.
So where are you, Dave? Are you in DC?
Yeah.
Is the show? Is the convention that started?
No, it starts tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
But you're there now. That's so strange.
it's crazy how that shit works.
Yeah.
So is Frank drawing a nude guy yet, or
He
did I
drew a
miss something?
dog for us. Nobody expected that.
Yeah.
It was a
Perfect
first.
dog.
It's amazing.
It was a dog with very, very big eyes.
Very bushy nose.
Yeah.
That's a
Dave-
fantastic party trick.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So I'm waiting on Frank to give it to us, like he kept threatening. So when's that?
I want him to give it to me.
Jesus Christ!
No, I mean the drawing, you guys. God, Jesus.
How do I sign off?
So
You find out, please tell me, because I keep ending up on the screen.
Every time I kind of crack a code into Joe's like Wi-Fi system and access his camera, and he's always working, so I know he'll be there. He has deadlines like all of us.
Thankfully, it's a few minutes before we begin because I'm usually completely nude.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't worry, I'm always watching.
Joe,
Yeah.
what are you drawing? Can you tell us this time?
Actually, today I cannot tell you what I'm drawing. It's
Typical.
unfortunately one of those secret Marvel things.
So which part of a drink and draw does he doesn't understand?
Well, he is drawing. He just doesn't want to show us the drawing.
I can't. I'm on the deadline with something that that's not meant for the public yet. So
Yeah, it's not drink and show. I mean, we never actually had that as a rule.
Oh, that is true. Good, fair point.
Yeah.
I could sit here and not draw.
You could actually talk to us.
Well, I am talking to you.
Oh.
I can multitask.
Yeah.
Hey Dan, by the way, on my flight out, I watched Logan again, and with your little comic book you and Joe did.
Mm-hmm.
But I for the first time I noticed there was an ad for catch wrestling. Did you sneak Josh Barnett in there?
Yeah, Josh is in there.
No,
Josh Barnett is in there, and then some of the catch wrestling people saw that and they commented.
Did
that get approved? How did you?
And everything got approved. The funniest story about the Logan comic book was that because of the this is pre Fox Marvel Disney merger and all that, and the reason we had to create a separate comic was we couldn't use any existing Marvel comics. So when we finished all the work, Marvel Legal contacted Fox and they said, hey, we never gave you permission to use those old issues of X-Men, which is kind of a nice compliment that they actually thought it was the real deal.
Oh, nice. That is nice.
Yeah.
Was Lee Marvin in that comic?
No, but we had all sorts of little silly names we gave everybody, which was kind of fun.
It's great. I forget how brutal that movie was.
Yeah, Logan with those claws.
That was some good shit.
God, he's got amazing claws.
You jealous?
I wish I had claws.
Yeah, you would be a problem if you had claws.
Yeah.
Hey, should we
Wouldn't-
talk about guests that talked about some guests that want to come on?
Well, we got a guest on. Let's not. Why? What's going on
that's
here?
true. Well, he's not talking, so fuck him.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, you disappeared.
Dave disappeared just like a magician.
Oh, great. No. Oh, man, I got 20% on this stupid phone, so I may be tapping out sooner than I thought.
Maybe you could catch up on some other movies.
So what are you guys working on project-wise?
Well, Joe is working on something he can't disclose. I'm also working on a project I can't disclose.
What's
I am
that?
I'm working on a project that I can't disclose.
I'm working on a project that I can talk about freely.
Huh?
Yeah, but nobody cares.
Yeah, except that it's animation, so no one gives a rat's ass.
Oh, you're doing animation?
Yeah,
What animation?
I'm doing storyboards on the new Harley Quinn show.
Nobody cares.
See, I told you. I thought so.
Yeah. Drawing. I'm actually drawing on this show. I guess I should turn my camera.
So, Frank, are you working on a new writer creator owned comic? Are you drinking whiskey straight? Oh, that's the man right there. Look at him, right, straight from the bottle.
I know.
Yeah. I approve.
And Capri Sun.
Nice. Gotta get your vitamin C.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm working doing a new creator-owned project, writing and drawing, called Fight Girl. It's for AWA. It's Axel Alonso and Bill Jamis' new company. And as we speak, I am kind of behind on my deadline. I should be working on that. I should be working on that, but instead I'm drawing naked men.
Excellent.
For Dan.
Just for me.
Exactly.
I love them. It's my favorite subject.
That's right. You're Greek, right, Dan? You're Greek.
Well, you know what? It turns out I am a little bit Greek. We had
Yeah.
one of those Ancestry.com deals, and it turned out I always thought I was half Armenian, but I'm 30% Armenian and 20% Greek, and the rest is Scandinavian, like our good friend Dave, and a little bit Welsh.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see any of that.
Well, a lot of
I-
handsomeness you probably see.
I thought you were just like 100% Armenian or Greek or something like that.
One of the, as you call them, he has some usual slurs for,
Is
What-
Armenian a slur?
the way Frank says it. He has a disdain for other nationalities.
What is Harry cunt? I can't say that.
No, you can say that.
But you have to say it with a Greek accent.
Oh, okay.
What is a Greek accent?
These days, I don't know. I'm the resident Greek on this show.
Yeah.
You
Well, you're
know.
married to a Greek. You should know.
She
What is a Greek
does not want to get the Ancestry.com thing going because she's worried she might not be as Greek as she thinks.
She might be Italian.
She might be Italian.
Could even
Yeah.
be French. I know that this is probably not a very popular concept, but I think all that stuff is entirely bullshit. I don't think they're actually doing DNA tests.
Yeah, really?
I
What-
don't think they are.
So you think they ask what you're starting out with, like in a questionnaire, and then they just kind of tailor make it?
I think it's all fake. I think it's 100% made up.
Do you believe in the moon landing, Jeff?
I do believe in the moon landing.
Is Earth flat?
The Earth is oblong, not a perfect circle.
Oh, so we're
Well, that
learning a
is
lot of
also
things
true.
here.
But
So in the drink and draw, do you guys bring like models to pose for you guys?
Sometimes Dave hates that. He hates live human beings. I
to
like it
me,
when we
hey,
bring
there's
models.
already live model drawings all over LA, and if you want to do that, go to one of those.
Okay,
That's all.
settle down.
I mean, isn't that part of becoming I mean, the reason I became an artist to draw women.
Well,
What-
again,
It's
there's
definitely
plenty
high on
of
the list.
opportunities to go do that in LA. you know?
Okay. All right. Geez.
So, man, well, you're the one who keeps bringing it up.
This time Frank brought it up, but I asked him to bring it up, admittedly.
So, Frank, to answer your question, like sometimes we have the gallery girls show up,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then mostly they're not. But Dan and I both did, and Dave too did a thing in LA for a long time. It was called Hades on 6th, which is
Oh,
basically
yeah.
the gallery girls in an after hours club, and
With cocaine and
Oh, so
booze
many
and-
drugs. Jeff was
Yeah.
taking all of them.
it was a good time. And there was figure drawing being done.
So is it like a strip club?
No.
No, I
It was a
mean,
guy's studio. He had a loft studio that was like 3 stories, like down in a industrial park.
it was near where we all used to live. We all moved downtown except for Jeff. He was like, I hate everyone. I hate friends. I remember you kept saying that.
I do. I can't stand them.
Yeah.
So so we used to go that every week for a couple years, and then it got shut down because they were selling liquor after hours.
Well, they didn't have a liquor license. You need a license in general to sell,
Right.
and they did not have that. So
And then
So if it's a private residence, why do you need a liquor license?
well, because they were selling it.
Ah,
They
okay.
weren't just
Oh.
giving you. I think if they were giving you the liquor for free and it was technically someone's house. The funny thing is, since apparently Jeff and I look, I guess we don't look like artists. Everyone thought that we were
Cops.
undercover cops.
Yeah.
That was the greatest thing in the world. I actually took that as a compliment
Yeah.
because unlike Ice-T, I don't share that same philosophy about the police.
Sure. Yeah. So we were persona non grata amongst the models for a while.
We were until they were like, "Hey, these guys are cool. We love them."
No
Right?
one's
They never said that, Frank. They never said we love them, but.
So Frank, do you do a lot of figure drawing still?
Not live. I do tend to do figure drawing, but not live. There's a restraining order against me.
Well, that I could say.
Hard
Sorry
to
about
imagine. Hard to imagine. Such a kind person.
So can you
I
tell
am.
us about the new book you're doing?
Oh, right.
Yeah, let's talk about it for a second. Not too long though.
I'm curious. I like Skybound was good, and I love Liberty Meadows.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I'm actually bringing Liberty Meadows back in about a couple of years.
Oh, really?
I got all my. By then, I will have all my rights back, 100%. And
Is that from King Features or?
no, that was from Creator Syndicate. It was in
Okay.
100 newspapers when it first launched. And so I signed a ridiculously long contract. I signed a 20-year contract. So
Now it's up.
yeah. So and then in a couple of years it'll be completely done. And Skyborn, Boom has it. Boom Studio has it, and I'm not sure what's going on with that. It was supposed to. They had Boom had a first look deal with Fox Studios, and then Fox Studios is being bought out by Disney. So everything got kind of thrown up in the air. So with Fight Girls, it's something that I've been sitting on for a while, and then AWA came and offered me a contract, and it's actually a really great contract, and I'm actually having a great time writing and drawing Fight Girls.
Cool.
So it's a big science fiction adventure story. It's a cross between Hunger Games and Gladiator. So
Right on.
there's a lot of women fighting each other and stuff like that.
Kind of like in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you write yourself out a full script first and start drawing, or do you just start drawing and then kind of figure out what you're gonna have people say afterwards? What's your
So I write by actually doing thumbnails.
Huh? Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
so,
That was something. There was like a bird in the house. Sorry.
lentils. So I basically draw by doing thumbnails, and I guess I create a mini comic, and and that's how I write. I actually do the final dialogue last after I draw the whole thing. So it's kind of like I guess it's very similar to the old Marvel style with Jack Kirby and Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Should we give a little, Dave, do you want to give a little overview for like maybe listeners who don't know who those people are?
Well,
Yeah,
let
Dave.
me break out my history books. Oh my God.
So how close, Frank? How close at the end are your finished pages to the thumbnails you start with?
It's a little bit personal question.
Shoot, I have them here somewhere. I'll show you. I don't know where it is.
Oh,
It's
so much
somewhere
for that,
buried
Jeff.
in my
Sorry.
studio somewhere. Next show. Next time I'm on. If I'm ever
If you're on
invited
next
back.
time, because this is a very popular channel.
If I'm ever invited back.
You might not be ever invited back.
You got to be prepared too. If you're not prepared, Dan takes great exception to that.
I get so angry. I've been
Really angry. Great.
So you were doing Liberty Meadows and going to school, right, at the same time? And like, how did you do that?
Well, I went to nursing school.
Huh?
What?
So I have a degree. I have a bachelor degree in nursing. So
That's
if
strange.
any of you guys get sick, don't call me.
Oh. Thought we were going to help for a second.
No, never. My degree is hanging in my bathroom. So no,
Yeah, no wonder you can't help anybody.
Who are you reminding of it there? I could have been a nurse.
I'd love to have been a nurse.
It reminds him how much money he threw down the toilet.
Right.
Yeah.
pretty much. I went to University of Maryland School of Nursing, and and when I was going to nursing school, I drew for the school newspaper, the Diamondback, University of Maryland.
Oh, yeah, the Diamondback. Everybody knows that.
The
Go
College Park, yeah.
on.
And it was a daily newspaper. It was a daily 5 days a week. So that really kind of got me trained to do a gag a day kind of strip. And then from there on, that became Liberty Meadows, and I got picked up by a syndicate. And then here I am. And then And then
How did you go from doing a syndicated strip to working at Marvel, or was it Marvel first? Or was it DC?
No, it was so I did Liberty Meadows for 5 years, and then I quit because I couldn't deal with the censorship, and the daily. I was my editor would censor a strip every week, and it just drove me nuts, and I had to come up with a last minute strip to replace it.
Is that one of the reasons you often had the just the dad joke or the joke in a? There occasionally there would be ones where it wasn't a strip; it was just like a log, a beautifully drawn log, and then just a joke.
Pretty much, yeah. Just I mean, when you're under pressure to produce, you just do stuff like that. So I was doing Liberty Meadows for 5 years, and then I got recruited by Marvel.
When you say recruited, let's talk about that for a second. If you don't, let's make that a talking
Let's not
point.
talk about that. We should.
So-
We don't.
We never talk about that.
It happens in Fight Club. You know.
So they were like, Frank, stop drawing these little ridiculous ducks and this pig. Sorry, Dave, no offense. But how about drawing some actual comic books for us? We'll pay you.
No,
Is that
I mean,
basically how it went down?
well, yeah. I mean, they gave me a shoebox full of 20s, and
Well, that's how they used to work back then.
Yeah.
Sure.
no, it turned out Axel Alonso was a big fan of mine, and then
Still is, apparently.
yeah, and then he basically my good friend Scott Salva, who was doing Spider-Man for them at that time, and basically hooked me up with Axel, and then and Axel pretty much recruited me and offered me Shaun of the She-Devil to write and draw Shaun of the She-Devil to kind of revamp it, and then that was it. And then I was at Marvel for 14 years.
And then you didn't like Quesada, right?
Yeah, that Quesada guy, man, I can't stand
You're like,
that
I'm
guy.
out. I'm out.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Get in line, boys. Get in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Marvel changed their policy, got rid of a lot of exclusive contract guys, and then I became freelancer, and DC snatched me up. So I've been with DC for the last couple of years now, doing Wonder Woman covers and Harley Quinn covers.
Yeah, the Harley covers are cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I remember there was Jimmy and Amanda were leaving, and you did a cover, and it was like the way it tied into them leaving was kind of a strange sound off.
What was the cover?
It was like "Good Riddance."
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I was dying, and I don't think you had any idea that that's what.
No, that was for the new year.
It was just a lucky coincidence.
Yeah.
I was just like cracking up, but simple
Well,
things amuse me. So.
I'm pretty sure Dan probably tried to fan that flame too.
Oh, I definitely tried to get Jimmy
believe that
upset about that
motherfucker?
for sure. That's gold for me. Anytime I can see, Oh, whoop, I almost ripped this drawing. There we go.
So, Frank, so you're doing mostly covers. Do you like doing covers better than inside? Do you have a preference?
Right now, I prefer to do covers because it's so much easier work. It's just one image, and you can sell it for so much money. I mean, what's not like to like?
Right.
True.
No, but seriously, I do miss doing interiors. So doing Fight Girls for AWA has been really great because I can do both. I can write my own stuff and draw it, and at the same time still do covers, and still be part of the whole industry. Because when you do interiors, you pretty much have to go into hibernation. You have to kind of disappear and just crank on that. But with covers, you can have every month you can have something out for the public, so the public don't forget you. Like Jeff.
Right.
Frank, how much photo reference do you use when you draw?
I used about 50%.
50%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does that translate? Do the math for us. What does that mean?
Well, those naked guys, I have to have a photo of naked guys.
So 50% is if you break it down and you just whatever you're using algebra, you're using geometry. That's like half, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, I just want to establish that.
I mean, technically, it's like half.
Yeah.
All right, so that's considered half. Okay.
So just this Wolverine that I'm doing right now has no photo reference. So I'm just whip this out,
Whip it out.
Yeah.
Whip that out. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
No photo reference there. Usually the photo reference I use is to kind of correct my drawing.
Right.
Sometimes I would draw something and it looks off, then I'll dig through my photo files to look for a pose that looks similar and correct the drawing.
I used to watch Jeff, and this is before I was really doing a whole lot of penciling, and Jeff would would draw everything out perfectly, like a thumbnail about 8.5 by 11, and everything would be like just as he would do it. And then he would go and he'd go, well, let me make sure, and he'd like do some photo reference stuff for it. And I'm like, oh my god, there's honestly no reason for that, because the photographs don't look any different than anything else. But now I kind of get it, and it does make sense. But before I was like, it just seems like a wasted step. You know,
That's what always drove me crazy about Boris. I mean, he would do these great sketches.
this Jeff.
And yeah, Boris would do these great
surprised that I was drawing right in the first place.
Time for tequila.
Yeah.
What were you saying about Boris, Dave?
Yeah, what was that, Dave? You were talking again?
He would do these great layouts, and then, you know, they had so much energy, and then he would find people to pose in the same poses and take photos of them.
We lost picture.
And he would kill it. I mean, it just killed the whole thing.
Who's that, Dave? Who are you talking about?
Boris.
Boris.
Oh, Boris Vallejo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, Boris was fantastic. I loved Boris stuff in the 70s. And then he kind of started relying too much on the photos and became stiff.
He was amazing. His wife was also just a phenomenal painter.
Yeah, Julie Bell. Yeah.
Yeah.
She used to be his model.
Yeah. And then they had a falling out, or what happened?
Oh,
Forget. No, I'm making that up. They're fine. Falling out.
That's going to get us in trouble, Dan.
What? No, I prefaced it with I was kidding.
Oh, sure, okay.
I think this is it. I think I'm not going to do any more. I mean, sorry that he's all covered up.
Yeah, he seems to have a lot of clothes on, like his entire outfit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dan. I had to draw the line somewhere, you know.
Yeah, the line being all the clothing. I don't like that part.
Oh, no.
So I guess I'll do another drawing. So that
Yay.
was what? I was 30 minutes into the show. Finished one drawing. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You drew that whole thing? I was drawing my little dragon princess, and you drew an entire Wolvie.
Yeah, I'm Asian.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Forgetting
a nurse,
that.
man. He's a trained nurse.
He's a trained
That's right.
nurse.
It's fast.
That's right. If you need get your temperature taken, you know,
Do sometimes.
rectally, exactly. That's the only way Dan likes it.
Well, I mean, you get a better reading that way, Frank. So you know, that's the reason I'm into that.
Dan, what were you before you became a comic book artist?
Well, I did construction. I waited tables.
Weren't you like a nude model
I did some crappy modeling.
with your Coca-Cola and baby oil?
I had to stay very tan, so a mixture of Coca-Cola and baby oil did the trick back in the day.
Frank watches the show. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I also had I drew kind of like you. I had like a Dungeons and Dragons style company, and I would do character drawings for people with those with characters.
So my friend Brandon Peterson told me how you guys met when you guys were teenagers.
Yep.
Over Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he thought my company was super legit, and he sent his portfolio to me. He's like, "Hey, I'd like to get some work." Little did he know we were the same age, and I was like, "Wait a minute, this guy draws better than me. He's going to take all my work." So then Brandon started his own for a little bit, and then he got bored of it. So, and thank goodness he did, because then I got to make some money too.
So you never hired him?
No, but you know who I did hire was Joe Linsner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Joe was also there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was very enterprising. I had a car before I had a driver's license.
Well, you did live in Florida.
It's true. You had to.
So you drove it.
Oh, of course I drove it.
Yeah, what happened to that company?
I sold the company.
To who?
To who?
There was a guy named Steve Lashley who bought it, and then he used it for a little bit, and then I took it. I think I took it back, and I've been using it for this video game thing I've been doing.
So what was the name of your company?
It's called Anvil Enterprises.
Anvil?
Yeah.
Why Anvil?
That's well, I played Villains and Vigilantes, which was a game that Bill Willingham, who later did Fables, and Jeff D, who did a lot of the TSR stuff. They started this game called Villains and Vigilantes with Jack Herman, and so the superhero, like our Avengers in our little campaign, was called Anvil, the American National Vigilante Intelligence League. That's how young I was.
That's a mouthful.
That's a lot of thought.
Well, that's a big question, and I appreciate the question. Because Frank cares.
I don't care.
You know what, Dan?
What do you mean you don't care?
I've known about Anvil Enterprises for decades,
Mm-hmm.
and it never occurred to me that it was an acronym.
Yeah.
I just always thought it was because you fancied yourself a blacksmith.
Well, I do like Arm & Hammer products, so.
Is that the baking soda?
I like the baking soda aspect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never knew that Army Hammer was actually, he's a member of that family. You guys probably all knew that.
Who is
Nope.
Army Hammer?
Army Hammer is, he was in,
Was he the Lone
The man
Ranger?
from Uncle.
yeah.
He was the Lone Ranger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
Wow.
think about that, everybody? Jeff,
I'm stunned. That's so interesting.
is it? Or are you just saying that?
I'm mostly just saying it.
Hey guys, my phone's about to die, so
Bye-bye. See you
it's
later.
been fun.
No.
Bye, Dave.
See ya. Sorry.
So,
Who's that?
He didn't want to be here today.
He did not want to be here. You could tell.
Tried everything he could. You
To
know.
not make this happen.
I think his phone did it by accident.
Yeah, he probably wasn't even trying to get in on the call.
So you know what, Dan? I'm going to tell you guys, you and Jeff, something that's going to make you very jealous. It won't make Frank very jealous, but it'll make you guys jealous.
Oh god,
So-
this is gonna hurt.
Frank, you don't really sell your pages, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I sell covers, but not the interiors. Why?
Well, you were kind enough years ago. A Shanna piece that is still graces my my trophy shelf here. And I want to thank you. It's one of my cherished pieces.
It had a nice butt shot.
It was a great piece, just absolutely gorgeous.
I'm a little jealous.
I'm super
Yeah.
jealous.
You guys have a Frank Show piece?
No, I save all the emails that he sends me with critiques and insults. That's
Right.
something.
I do have a sketchbook, and I have a signed sketchbook.
You don't
I do have a signed sketchbook.
Holy
Yeah.
crap! I haven't
it's
seen
not-
that.
It's not a
Hang on,
pen.
let me just see if I can-
Wow,
I have a few of those.
that was like 15 years ago or something, right?
Yeah. I guess I need an upgrade, right? Maybe a page.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. Like sometimes you're a guest on a show and you're like, as a thank you, it'd be nice if you just gave somebody some artwork. Have you ever considered that?
No.
Okay, all right.
I'll blame
Good.
you. So why don't you sell your pages?
Greedy.
I don't know. I mean, I just didn't need the money, so so I just kept it.
Cool.
I kept all the slots pages.
You guys see this? This is here we go.
Damn it! That's
Oh my
awesome.
God!
Son of a bitch!
Keep talking.
You know what, Frank? This frame,
Yeah.
$19.99. Did not spare any expense.
So straight to Aaron Brothers with that.
Right? I love this piece.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Frank, you do a lot of stuff with ballpoint pen, and you got a new book coming out. But that look like a classic old brush pen. What do you normally do when you're inking like your comic book stuff?
It's micron pens. I don't have them here. It's in my junk stuff. So yeah, I just use micron. I don't use any brush. I only use brush to black out large areas.
Huh.
But most of it is just micron pens, and just over time, I kind of learn how to mimic brush lines. So a
Nice.
lot of people think that I ink with a brush, but it's just pen.
A lot of fakery.
Exactly. What about you guys?
Well, I do when I ink, I do. I've tried inking in ballpoint pen for professional work, and it's mostly just something I sketch in. But
Yeah.
For all the storyboard stuff, I mostly just work in Photoshop and Toon Boom, so it's all digital.
Oh, geez. How many of you guys? Do all of you guys work digitally?
No, I do everything by hand. and I scan it in. I color digitally though.
Okay.
Yeah, I do mostly digitally.
I mean, I don't use digital because I'm a bit of a computer idiot, so I don't know how to use the computer.
Are you working with Brandon on?
Yeah.
Is he going to be coloring anything for you? Because Brandon's a very good colorist.
No, I mean, Brandon and I only team up to do convention art prints.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, I love to do a project with Brandon down the road. But he's right now busy doing Superman.
oh,
Are you just saying that, Frank? Or are you just saying it because it's you're on the air right now?
you have
Exactly.
to. You love to work with him.
Do you really?
Love to work with him.
No, I don't.
Love to spend some more quality time.
See, that's the beauty of drink and draw. We get it out of people.
Yeah.
It's the tequila.
It's the tequila talking. I'm surprised there's nothing more controversial coming out of you. So,
hey Dan, you still have the guitar back there with you? Guitar of yours?
I do. I have that guitar. Is that a different? What happened to the other guitar? Is that a different guitar in your studio, Joe?
What? Which guitar?
The guitar in the corner there.
There's two in the corner. Which one?
The acoustic one. Is that a brand new one?
No, it's always been there.
Look, are you sure?
Always.
No.
Go back. The episode. It's always been there.
So you're like a guitar player or what?
He's a guitar hero.
Nah. I just buy random guitars for the hell of it.
He loves them.
They're super expensive.
Yeah, it's a great one. It's a great hobby.
And they make you look really cool. It's worthwhile investment.
Chicks dig it, right?
Yeah.
Frank, are you single again? I heard some rumors.
Yes, I am. I got divorced last month officially. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Congratulations.
Well, sometimes.
It's good, right?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe.
No, it's yeah. I mean, it was a friendly divorce. So she moved out back in September, and then the divorce paper officially came last month. So I am a single man again, and a two-time loser. It's my second divorce.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but
yeah, I am.
Dan's working on his first divorce now.
She loves me so much, and no matter what I do,
You can't seem to make it. You can't seem to break it, can you?
no. No matter how many times I draw Lee Marvin in various states of undress, he's like, "Oh, he's just a phase. He'll be fine."
So how long have you guys been married?
It'll be 15 years in.
Really?
Yeah, coming up here on the 4th.
Yeah. Hey Frank, on the upside, now you're divorced, you can light some candles, lower the lights, and make sweet love to yourself, man.
Hey, I never stopped.
that's probably part of the problem.
Yeah, why is that divorce?
Be an issue.
Yeah, just like enough of that.
At
This
least
guy's crazy about himself.
That's right.
Yeah,
Listen, I remember those times when we were recruiting Frank.
again and again.
And that's we kept recruiting him. It's, hard.
Overly recruiting him.
Damn it.
Look at Daenerys. She loves herself some dragons. I should have put a dragon on this thing.
That is turning out
Yeah.
great.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
Dan, you finally did a nice drawing.
I finally did. You know what this drawing needs? Hold on.
Yellow marker?
A little bit of yellow marker.
Oh, here we go.
Here's what it needs. This, everybody.
That drawing.
Now, where should I put it? I smear it all in there.
I can put up your ass.
Well, she's got yellow hair or white hair, so maybe I just ruin the drawing with some white on there.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't.
Do it. Do it.
I'll always listen to Frank. Frank has never steered me wrong.
Someone just quick. Dan, you know Brett Lewis? You know a guy named Brett Lewis?
I do. Brett's awesome.
This guy, I got this book from him in the mail. Did you give him my home address? Because literally this came to my home address.
I did.
Really creepy. I don't know. I don't know.
Wait,
That's
seriously?
awesome.
And he wrote me like this really creepy note.
What was it?
It's like it's kind of like he met me and stuff, or like he's been following me around.
He's never met you. No, I'm kidding. He did meet you.
No, I'll tell you, and he left me his phone number.
Oh, call him. Give him a ring.
Call him out.
Made a love connection.
Well, I do love John Napoleon though. He's amazing. You know.
How do you feel about
What's this book?
how do you feel about Brett?
You know this book at all?
That was one of my favorite books. That's why I'm friends with Brett.
Really?
It's yeah, I'm friends with. I wanted to work on Wonder Man. That's why I met Jeff. I just used that and kind of, climb the corporate ladder. And then I loved Winterman, and that's why I met Brett. I reached out to him.
So you vouch for this guy. He's not. He's
awesome. He's a maniac.
Does he watch this stream?
I think he does. Let's see if he does. I'll text him.
Oh yeah, people posting stuff.
Are they
messages or whatever?
Oh yeah. Should we ask you some questions?
Me?
Yeah, ask him some questions.
Do you like questions?
Right. Sure.
All right. Let's see if I can ask you some questions.
All right, I have a question while we're waiting.
Oh.
Sure.
So in Liberty Meadows,
Yeah.
did you model any of the characters on people you knew?
All the characters are modeled after my college friend.
Yeah.
So Dean the Pig is based on my old college dorm mate. His name was Dean Marcos. He's a pharmacist. And he's Greek. Just like you, Dan. He's Greek.
Wow, excellent.
And all these other characters are based on a bunch of my buddies. Frank Mellish, the vet, is mostly based on my best friend and roommate, Mike McSwiggan. He was a big.
That doesn't sound like a real name.
He was a big Star Wars guy, so all that Star Wars stuff was just based on Mike. And Brandy Carter is based on Linda Carter.
Oh,
yeah.
You knew Linda Carter?
No, I mean not then.
Okay.
I wish I knew her back then. So a lot of the Liberty Meadows was based on a lot of my friends at that time.
Jeff, you met who was that? You met the Bionic Woman and at a convention. You guys got along pretty well.
Yeah, we spoke the same hippie language.
Yeah.
So did you get her pregnant?
Did you? No. Jeff was married at the time. I think Jeff, if he wasn't, he probably would have fallen in love a little bit.
I did indeed.
Yeah.
She's pretty amazing.
Somebody had some questions. Let's see for our guest Frank. Oh, Vinton wanted to know if Frank is wearing pants now. Fair question.
Unfortunately, yes. It's kind of cold in my studio.
Shrinkage.
It's the only good reason.
Like a frightened turtle.
That's almost like a crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Let's see some other questions here. Ken Solo asks, Frank, did you ever finish the King Kong versus dinosaur painting?
No. I all these painting behind me, I'm still working on it. So it takes years. I just go in spurts.
I love that. There's that one. Frank, say something.
Okay. What? Which one? Which one are you painting?
One back there that looks with the clouds.
Which one?
Yeah, but now you're talking, Jeff.
Right.
Now
Which
you're
one?
talking.
This one?
Yes.
This one? Yeah, the big giant one?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
It's cool.
Is it for sale?
Everything's for sale. I'm a whore. If the money's right, everything must go.
Everything must go.
Time for tequila.
Did you finish the that Black Panther one behind you?
Oh yeah, that was the cover to number 2, Black Panther number 2.
That was cool.
I think that was like about 4 years ago, something like that, right?
I think so. What's that noise? It sounded a little weird.
Sorry, I was erasing.
Oh, so I thought it was something else. Frank, will we ever see your uncensored version of Skyborn?
No, because there was no uncensored version of Skyborn.
Okay, Fair
I
enough.
thought they're gonna ask me about the Shauna question. Every time I go, everywhere I go, they ask me about the uncensored Shauna.
Dan, do you use Tonbow pencils? No, I don't. I use Blackwing pencils, mostly because they look cool. That's basically how I kind of live my life.
So what is that big yellow marker? Is that a Sharpie?
That's a Sharpie, but it actually contains acrylic.
So it's actually paint.
It's paint. So taggers will use these, and they have to. They don't like if you went to an art store, they'd be behind like a lock case.
Okay.
Wow,
Who's that?
that was Vicky.
Is that your other wife?
That's
Vicky?
that's my playa wife.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
You are a Greek.
Yeah.
So Frank, what are you drawing now? What's the new thing?
I am drawing Power Girl. So this one I've already started a while back, and this was originally it's actually a statue design idea. So I guess I could show. Can you guys see this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah. So
Damn.
that's the statue. Or I don't know what's going on. I mean, I've been kind of slacking, and
A little bit of feedback happening.
Well, Frank's certainly getting the most work done out of all the
Asian.
all those.
Asian.
Keeps coming back to that.
Less than an hour, Frank's made like $3,000.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've made like 4 cents.
You're gonna tear that up in a second, I bet.
Right. This is
No.
drink and draw, right? I'm
Yeah,
drinking and I'm drawing.
Well,
Frank would never tear up a drawing. That would be like tearing up money. Like
Yeah.
if I tear up a drawing, there's no counter effect.
We're all richer for it. Dan.
Yeah, the world is a better place. Like,
Well, I think the Lee Marvin market is tapped.
Yeah, you think it'd be endless, but there really is a limit to how many Lee Marvins you can.
you know what? I don't know if I like your guys' attitude. There's not enough Lee Marvin. A lot of people would argue. Joe Quesada's stalker, Brett Lewis, would disagree. He says there's not enough Lee Marvin.
Tell him to get on the stream. Can you get on the stream?
We could get Brett on there. I think he's at a bar right now. That's
He's at a
unusual.
bar right now.
Because
Brett. Is that him? No, that's Vicky again. Vicky's actually my cousin.
Oh,
But that's
okay.
as a Greek, that's fair game too. So
Did you just insult an entire?
I'm Greek, so isn't that the policy? So you're allowed to do that?
no,
No,
No?
I don't think you're allowed.
Yeah, you are.
Depending on which cousin.
Oh, well, she's actually not Greek, so
She adopted?
no. She's
Are you
not.
adopted?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Here I am.
Are you a bastard?
I'm Dan Snow.
Yeah.
depends who you talk to.
Yeah. Well, Frank, this is the portion where we call it last call. Do you get the
Okay.
kind of idea? Like it's drink and draw. It's a bar. Last call.
Since when? That's something new. Never heard that.
This is something Jeff and I have been talking about for a while, and then I never do it at the end of the
Keep forgetting
show.
to do it, Joe.
Okay, so
Yeah, Joe, we've been trying to tie this show up for a while.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jeff hasn't had a microphone problem this episode. So
I
that's,
know.
you know, Frank is probably thinking right now, who do I have to sleep with to get off the stream?
We get better by degrees, small degrees.
Yeah. Whoop. Jeff just bowed out. Oh, there you go back in.
I'm back in. Yeah.
All
Actually,
right.
You know what? I'm going to pull a Dave Johnson. My camera's about to die.
So you guys are so not prepared.
I know it's tragic.
Joe and I are going to start running the show from now on, and we'll invite you as guests. Frank did great. He showed up. He had no problems.
Craig Crushy did the most drawing of all time.
So,
Yeah.
Jeff,
I'm
you're
gonna
out.
finish
Dave's
this bottle
out.
too.
Wow, look at that.
Jesus H.
That's the secret. Jeff, you thought you were a man with the drinking. Forget it.
Listen, apparently I can't beat a Korean.
Hi, I'll drink something with apples.
It's chocolate raspberry. Delicious.
It says apple there. Chocolate,
Yeah,
apple, raspberry. How many other ingredients can they fit in?
Well, it's a cider, so you can put whatever you want in it.
Oh. All right.
Now I'm going to finish this Capri Sun.
Sure, you need a little bit of sweet with the
course.
sour. All right, gentlemen. Frank, you are not on Twitter that much, but it's at Apes and Babes.
No, I'm at Frank Cho Artist on Instagram.
Okay.
And Frank Cho Artist on Facebook. So if you guys ask me anything, post anything, ask me anything, I usually don't answer it.
Great. Perfect.
Good to know.
Joe, you're at you're on Twitter all the time.
Yeah. Hey Frank, why aren't you on Twitter?
I decided not to.
Okay.
I prefer Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you guys all on Twitter?
Oh, we're on Twitter, man.
I'm on
Really?
Instagram. I'm all
Okay, I ask myself the question every day. Why am I on Twitter?
Yeah, agreed.
I say that about Facebook, but I kind of like Facebook the best.
I like Facebook. That's where all the old people hang out.
Exactly. That's why I'm on it.
That's where I'm an early adopter.
Yeah.
I'm at Urban Barbarian on Instagram and on Twitter.
I'm at Johnsonverse on Twitter, just my name on Facebook, and Instagram. I think it's also Johnsonverse. And eventually, I guess so. I might finish this drawing this week at some point.
This is pain on his head.
Yeah.
Joe, what is your actual Instagram? I mean, your Twitter handle.
It's Joe Quesada.
Oh.
So stretch.
Are you verified?
I am blue check, man. You know.
Jesus, I want that so badly. It hurts every day I don't see that check on my name.
You're not verified?
I'm verified on Instagram, but not on Twitter.
Twitter perks, special weekly package.
Yeah.
So you're not really Dan Penosian.
Not, are any of us?
Person.
Yeah.
You know.
Is that how you pronounce your name? Pan Ocean.
Yeah.
I've been mispronouncing it for years.
And do you notice I never stop you from doing it because I just like you saying my name. I like your voice.
I've been saying cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the classic pronunciation.
And I always spin my head around real quick with
Yeah.
like a yes, sir.
Yeah, you answered to it, so you know.
What's what his
I
dad?
stop.
All right, gang. I'm about to die, so I'm gonna sign off.
All right. On that note, on Frank's lovely final words, we'll sign off. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Frank. I'm sure this live stream changed your life and probably your perspective on things.
Once again, we should apologize to everybody who's listening. It's
Yeah.
a disaster.
Thank you all. I guess this
All right.
is my last show.
Yeah, our last show too. Thanks a lot, Frank, for that. Really sweet of you. All right. Toodles, everyone.
Bye,
All right.
guys.
Good night.
Good night.